Welcome to the Beesies.
I'm Abby.
I'm Brittany.
I'm Jenny.
And I'm Mackenzie.
Remember the college days when you were best friends with your roommates?
We would come home and talk about anything and everything together.
We miss this phase so much that we decided we needed this quality roommate time again.
So welcome to the Beesies. Come over and get cozy with your new favorite roommates. Have you guys seen the video of Gabby from The Bachelor or Bachelorette when she gets her nails done? Blur. I keep having that stuck in my head and it makes me want to get blue nails. I don't necessarily want to make a video of it like everyone's doing, but I do think they're so funny every time I see it.
That's so funny. I love all of Gabby's videos that she posts now. She's so goofy. Mm-hmm. And it's just so fun. Like the videos of her dancing and everything like that. She just has the best so far. I think she's like one of my favorite bachelorettes just like for her personality.
I agree. She is funny.
Yeah.
They're blur. Anyways. That was just something I was thinking of because I need to go get my nails done soon. How's everybody's week been?
Good. I started a new job.
Oh yeah, you started your internship. How was it?
It was good. They're nice. I realized I've never had male bosses before, like literally ever.
Really?
And yeah, like my supervisors have always been women, and this firm is all men. It's just 3 men, and one coworker is a female, and so that's funny because it's just like. I'm just so used to like women.
Yeah.
So and
It's
I don't like
different.
get offended, and no one's ever actually said it to me. Like I hear them talking to each other, to the other girl, and it's just like do this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my female supervisors would have never said it like that. Like, can you please do this?
Like the directness that they have versus women always like have to give disclaimers or like
right, or just be
qualifiers
like,
first. Or just even ask please.
The directness sometimes I do appreciate though, because for me, like still say please, but like I don't know. Sometimes, especially at work, I'm like, if you need something done, just tell me. Like I don't want the whole like story around, and that's like regardless of like male female. It's just like just tell me, and I'll get it done.
Being direct in a nice way.
Yeah.
Don't be
But it's nice.
mean. That's fun.
It's easy. The only thing is that I'm in an office and I can feel like the vitamin D leaving my body every day.
Oh no. Are you like closed off with no windows and everything?
Like there's like window, but like I'm not really near them. And so I need to like start going outside for lunch, but it's all the way on the first floor to get there.
Yeah. I remember when I worked in like an office that really didn't have much sunlight at all, the amount of bathroom breaks I took was a little insane. Not because I needed to go to the bathroom, but every like 30 minutes I was like, I need the outside. I need fresh air. I'll be back inside.
I will say that's one thing, like our break room is now in a different, like it's the building over, so we have to walk outside to get there. And as much as I don't love it because it's hot right now, it is kind of nice because I'm like, I for sure get outside every like 2 hours-ish, even if it's just for like 3 to 5 minutes. So
Wait, that's so interesting that you have to leave your building. Like your break room isn't just in the back of your...
It was, but then they built us a new one. It's fine. Like it's really nice. But it's like not the most convenient thing where it's located, but
do you have to share your break rooms and stuff with other stores around you? No.
No, it's just ours because we have people that actually like work from there too. Like it's actually really nice.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, it's fun. That's so fun though. Is it just an internship for the summer, Jenny?
Yeah, they said like they were like, would you be interested maybe in staying? Like they haven't like offered it to me yet, but they said like, would you be interested in staying in the fall? And I was like,
during school?
Yeah, like to do like part time, which if they let me do it like remote, maybe I don't even know.
That'd be kind of
Is that
nice.
doable?
Do you think it's really hard to have a job while also going to law school?
I think a lot of second years are able to do it. Like first year
Okay.
is supposed to be your hardest year,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
but I don't even know.
That's so interesting. I feel
Well,
like
that
it
would be
get
awesome
harder.
then,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
the
probably.
first year, because all of the jobs are based off your first year grades. Because
Oh.
applications are already open, so like it's just the first year that matters.
That's crazy.
That's actually wild.
After that, you're basically a lawyer. 1 year done, you're set.
Basically.
You got it. That's kind of
Basically.
funny.
What about you guys?
Nice.
Updates?
Honestly, I haven't done a lot this week. I hurt my sweet little booty like 3 weeks ago. I like pulled something in my glute, but then I like didn't really rest, and so it moved up more into my lower back. And
Oh no.
today is actually one of the first days that it's like kind of started feeling better. But it's been so frustrating because I'm like, I feel like I was on such a good track of like just like exercising and feeling motivated and like running and different things. And like, I've pretty much only been able to do like yoga and Pilates and it not hurt. So I'm like, oh, this is so annoying.
That is the worst, especially when you feel like you have the motivation and like the groove in this moment, but you're being held back.
No, literally. And I'm trying to not be so toxic because in my mind, I'm like, I shouldn't even do the half marathon I wanted to. Like, I'm not going to have enough time to train. And I'm like, literally, shut up. Like, you're going to be fine in 2 weeks. But it's just so funny how, like, quickly things like that can, like, unmotivate you. And be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be the narrative I'm going to tell myself. And it's like, literally, why? Like, it's
Is
not that big
it,
of a deal.
or have you tried doing many like physical therapy stretches and stuff?
I have been, yeah. And that's where, like, at first, like, especially, like, the different yoga flows I was doing, which is basically just, like, really deep stretching. And I found one for, like, low back and, like, legs specifically. It was helping. It's not really making a difference at this point, but it does feel better today. And we actually did go and play pickleball last night, which I probably shouldn't have, but it's just it's just so fun to get out there and do things.
Yeah.
But surprisingly it's feeling okay. So we'll see. I'm hoping it gets better, especially because we're doing a hike in Hawaii and it's pretty much like a mile of stairs. So I'm like, that's gonna be really rough if
It's
it's
going to
not
be real
better.
rough. Yeah. Oh my
But-
gosh.
Yeah.
I hope
It's
it goes,
fine.
yeah, super like fast because that it really is the worst. Like being injured, just sucks, and then you feel like you're moving backwards because, like, I know for me, I pulled my lower back, and so I was doing a lot of like, what's the word? Like hip flexor movement, like things to strengthen my hip flexors and everything like that. And those things are just like the tiniest little movements, but they're also so hard. And you're kind of just like, I hate doing this. It's so tedious, but it really did like help so much. And now I want to like, I try to incorporate those movements into like my warm ups every day now, but
Yeah.
it's just hard to feel like
Mobility
you're moving
training
backwards.
is wild because it looks like you're doing the simplest thing and it is freaking hard. Like the one where you like move your knees, like you're sitting and you have your knees like at an angle and you like just move your legs. It's so hard for no reason. I freaking suck at it. They're like, yeah, you shouldn't be moving like where you're sitting. And I'm like, I'm freaking moving all over the place.
Yeah.
Right, no, I do the same thing. I'm like scooting around the room.
Yes. Like I did that one last week actually, and I literally was like making a circle. I was like, I don't know how this is happening. It was so
That's
exactly
so funny.
yeah, but no, that's my only real update. I did actually kind of start a new position at work ish. It's just like a temporary thing, which is exciting. But we'll see. It'll be fun.
That's exciting.
Kind of
That's
trying to
lit.
figure out what I want to do with my career, which is so stressful.
Oh, yeah.
I like hate having to figure it out. Like, can someone just give me a different job?
I know.
Yeah.
And it's hard because you could just be like, I'm happy where I am. Like, I don't really need to think of a career. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like people are so forward focused, like future focused, that they forget to like enjoy the present. So if you are able to enjoy the present, then the like negative part of that is then you're going to be living in this present for the next 20 years. And in 20 years from now, are you going to be like,
I wish
man, I
done
wish I would have thought
something."
about these things a little earlier.
No, exactly. Because it really is like, it's so hard to like switch career paths or even just like companies or jobs. Like, I hate it.
Yeah.
Anyways, those
I
are my
know.
only updates.
I one more thing though.
Yeah.
I have like started not trying to consider. Like I'm considering getting a job this year so that
Trying
Like,
to
I'm really
it sounds
maybe
like I
thinking
have
about it.
been like just randomly started this. Like no, I've been
Yeah.
thinking for the last year that I was probably going to get a job kind of like this fall. And something very, very simple. But I'm like, I was researching some things and like looking at places and, oh, what are they hiring? And everything was like, submit a resume and a letter. And I was like, wait, I haven't had a resume since college.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do anything. And if I were to write out a resume, it's all like jobs I did in high school. Like,
No, just
'cause I
put your
haven't-
current
Your
job.
business.
No, I know. Like, yes, I know that counts. I just mean like it's so weird. It feels
Yeah.
very weird to like write yourself on
Yeah.
this and be like, I'm the reference or whatever. I can't be, but
Well, I mean, you
Please
could always
reference
put,
me.
you could put like other photographers you've worked closely with too.
yeah. But how weird is that? Like, that's not really something people
Yeah,
do.
that is
I
different.
feel like. So I don't know.
That's
It's
just
just
No,
strange.
actually, for one of like the jobs I had recently, they wanted to reach out to like a close personal friend or something.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, as a
Really?
reference.
I should
That's
put
so
this
interesting.
podcast as
You should.
a job. And I'll list
is.
you guys as my close personal references.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. You can put us all as your boss.
Yeah.
In fact, Jenny, I'm trying to volunteer this summer with refugees, and I put you as a reference. If you get
Okay.
something.
So if you get a call, answer it.
Don't be alarmed.
I feel like people rarely actually use those references. And if they do, it's
I
like
know.
shocking.
Especially nowadays when like nobody answers their phone if it's a number that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
literally.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Like I'm so afraid of scams, and if I do answer the phone, the second it's somebody that I don't recognize, I hang up.
Yeah.
I don't care if you actually were calling me from like a doctor's office or something.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't know you. Goodbye.
Yeah. I actually did have a job I applied for last year or like a year and a half ago where they did ask for references and they actually sent them like an email questionnaire about me.
That's the smarter way to do
And
it.
I was like, what the heck? That's kind of
I don't
wild.
like that. Like
It was
just
so
trust
embarrassing.
me.
I know. I had one of my managers do it because he was like the only one that knew I was like looking because they were all supposed to be like supervisors too. And so I was like, I'm not going to just go and like
That's awkward.
tell everyone I work with. So it's like there were a couple people where I was like, okay, I can trust you with this information.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that is hard. Yeah.
yeah, and like that's the hard part too is like if I am like potentially looking for another job, I don't want to like
You don't want your employers to know about it.
blab about it. Yeah.
Right.
It was interesting, but
Risky.
I know.
Interesting.
I have 2 updates for my week. I'll start
Yes.
with the bad one first.
Oh no.
Your
It's
niece.
not. No. What'd you say?
Your niece.
Oh, no. Number 1, the heat. I literally, I can't. I'm so done with it.
And it's only just the start.
Yeah, like for my marathon training. Sorry, this is insensitive, Bernie. While
No,
you're
it's
injured, and
fine.
I'm talking about my marathon training.
I don't care.
I am putting like a lot of time and like effort into like strength training and running. Like ran a half marathon yesterday,
Oh my gosh.
and in the heat, combined with like I do heart rate training, I try and keep my heart rate like below like 150s.
Yeah.
So I'm going so slow.
Yeah.
Like
And then it takes so
14 to
much
15
longer.
minute miles. My half marathon took 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And when I had finished, it was 90 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
And it's too much. And so like last night in bed, I was literally like, I can't do this. I'm so done with it. I'm regressing. This is horrible. But
That's
then
wild.
But
I don't
just
know.
think you are going to feel like you go back,
Yeah.
but then maybe like as it starts to cool
Once it
down, you'll
cools
notice you're
down.
actually stronger.
Right,
Because
that's what
you're
I'm
training
hoping.
in
No, you
not
will.
ideal environments.
that's what I'm hoping.
Well, especially with your heart rate, because you're going to be training your heart rate in like kind of the worst conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, like, once you have like cooler weather on your side, it's like you'll see such a difference.
That is
know-
what I'm hoping.
I have always said that I think they should do the Summer Olympics here in Arizona because if you can win gold medal like
True.
in this type of heat, then you know that you are actually
You're
like
actually an athlete.
an amazing athlete. So I am translating that to you as well here. Like if you
Thank
can run a half marathon, I think you can compete with like the best of them, you
Oh
know?
wow.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because it's kind of
That's
unbearable.
crazy.
I get it.
She's an
Um,
Olympian.
Yeah.
My second update is that my niece was born this past week.
Oh, she's
Yes.
so cute.
Second niece. She's so little.
She's so little.
Wasn't she like 6 pounds or something?
Yeah, she was almost 2 weeks late and 6 pounds, 12
That's
ounces.
crazy.
That's really
So-
crazy.
Little baby.
I feel like she looks a lot like Stevie.
That's what I
Like
She-
baby Stevie.
like her sister?
It does
Yeah.
in some ways, but there's something different and I can't tell what it is.
I think her eyes when they open are like so big and her head is so little and so she just has like these really cute like bug eyes.
Yeah.
I love them.
She's so cute. Daisy. The
Daisy.
cutest name, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When my 3-year-old niece met her, she said the cutest line. She goes, "Her is so beautiful and kind and smart."
Oh. Oh my gosh.
That's
so
cute.
funny.
That's
I
like
love
so
that.
cute because it's like, you know that that's like things that she's been told
Yeah.
and
yeah.
knows like, oh, there's more value than just being beautiful. Like that is so cute.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Or like they'll
So
do that a
cute.
lot on like TV shows too. That also is like, oh, the types of shows you consume, because Atlas, like she was in a Super Kitties obsession phase a little while, and like she would say, they say like in the show, you're brave, or they're brave, they're smart, they're strong, they're kind.
Oh.
And
Yes.
so she would like recite those and say those about like other things.
Is that
be
where
like-
they put their hands in? They're like, "We're brave." Yes.
Oh.
Super Kitties, go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I also feel like, yes, it's one, like things that people tell you and like the conversations you hear around you, but then also sometimes like just
It's just the
TV
super
shows like Minnie will be like, she's so kind and beautiful.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that goes to show that like especially kids, they really do absorb what's around them.
Oh my gosh, so much. Yeah. The amount of weird things Atlas says that I'm like, you're speaking like you're an adult. Like what child says like, well,
Yeah.
maybe this, or like probably this. I'm like, you talk exactly like me. Or she says yes indeed all the time because
Oh my
that's what her
gosh.
grandpa says. So it's just like an example. It's so funny. Like,
It's so funny when they
The
say
things you
things
see
that are like
kids.
so adult and you're like, what, like where do you get this from? You're literally 3 years old, not even.
yeah.
Yeah. My 3-year-old niece shades Derek all the time. Like we'll play this game where she'll like have to run after. She'll pretend that you're the bad guy and she has to run after you. And usually she'll go like after him, like run after him. But one time when Derek was running, she goes, "After that!"
Oh.
Like, it just took away any sort of
Oh
She's like,
no.
that
humanity from
thing?
him. He's just an object.
That's so funny. It's so funny when kids are like unintentionally like kind of sassy.
They're so unhinged.
It's so funny.
I know.
I'm so scared of kids. I just can't handle. I'm just so scared of like the honest like
So
children
honest.
calling me ugly or something. Like I don't want
Ooh.
to talk to them.
Oh my gosh.
They
yeah.
know, yeah. They can spot your insecurity
Yeah.
instantly just by looking at you.
Literally.
Well, but like they don't even mean, not all the time, but like for the most part, they're literally just like saying
Yeah.
things. Like they're not intending
Yeah.
to be rude. Like one of my nieces years ago, like poked my belly and she's like, "Why is it fat?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah, it's the worst.
But I was like, "You're 3 years old. Like you literally don't know what you're like. You're not.
Yeah.
I would
meaning
cut
this. You're
her
just
off.
like, oh, this is
I'd cut her
different
off.
than the people I'm
Yeah.
like my mom. Like, why is it like this for you?" And it's like, good
My
question.
therapist told me to cut the 3-year-old off.
What'd you say?
My therapist told me to cut the
The
3-year-old
3-year-old
off.
off. Yeah.
Your nephew.
My therapist told me to
toxicity.
set the boundary of cutting her off.
Oh yeah, Atlas like regularly goes up to my stomach like when we're laying down, and she'll like squeeze my stomach, and then she'll be like, "It's so big,
Oh
it's so squishy." I'm like, "Okay, I don't need that."
Well, and like
Yeah.
she's just literally observing something. Like, and
Yeah.
like she's not even meaning like
I know.
big. She's just like, oh,
Right.
that's what it is.
My-
But it's like, oh, okay.
My niece
Yeah.
told me the other day that I was so heavy.
Oh,
Oh,
you're like,
it's
thank
so
you.
sad.
I'm strong. It's just like and you can't even like get mad at them. It's just what it is.
I know you can't. You just have to let it go. But
Well,
it
and for
hurts
them, like
sometimes.
words like fat or big or like my niece always tells me like you can't fit in this. Like it's like those are like neutral terms
yeah, they
to
don't
them.
have the like
It's just
negative
factual.
connotations.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, literally just a fact, which is so funny.
What was your experience meeting your new niece for the first time? Did you cry?
No, but I was just last time with my other niece, like I was sick. So
Oh yeah.
I couldn't see her for almost a week. So I got to see her the day that she was born. And so I was just very excited to see her.
Isn't that crazy to see
And-
like a newly birthed
Yeah.
child? Because you don't really see that very often.
And I
unless
had
it's
realized
yours.
like that's the first time I've ever seen a baby like the day they were born. And I was asking Sydney, I'm like, her skin is like a little like
Why does she
reddish
have
purple. I'm like, am
this?
I cutting off circulation? And it's like, no,
Yeah.
that's just how their skin.
Yeah, like bright red. Like,
Yeah,
or dark
yeah.
purple, and yeah, even like the coating that's like on their skin that flakes off after like a few days and everything like that. And especially because when they're first born, usually they don't wash them. So
Yes,
it's like a couple
She's
days
got
later.
stuff on her head.
Yeah, so you like pick her up and you're like, why is she covered in all this stuff?
Yeah.
She's flaking.
Yeah.
They look like little frogs. Like
Yes,
it's like froggy.
like their little limbs.
Uh-huh.
I just love how squishy their faces are at first.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that freaks me out is when I like hold their arms or like fingers, and I'm like, this is like a twig. Like I feel like I am holding actual sticks.
Mm.
And it just freaks me out that it's like so easily could like snap. I don't know. Just the delicateness of them and everything.
And they
like
don't
that.
have kneecaps.
Yeah.
Wait,
Did you stare at her knees
Really?
for a while?
Crazy.
Like
Yeah.
amazed by that?
Newborn babies don't have kneecaps.
I don't like that. I don't like that their skull isn't formed. Like,
But it makes like the idea that they're fragile like worse.
that's so
Yeah.
scary.
It is kind of scary.
I forgot another update I have, which is that I got my grades back. And I got
Cool.
2 A's and
Yay.
2 B pluses.
Wait,
Nice.
that's so good.
And I got an A in the class that was really hard. Like, I'm so happy I got an A in it because I wanted to get an A. It was my crim law class. And it's like, it was like no laptops allowed, nothing, like for the whole semester you had to handwrite your notes and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Is that short for criminal law?
Yeah.
Okay.
Criminal law.
Sorry, I don't know the abbreviations, the like nicknames y'all give. I have no idea what you're talking about.
But yeah, I got my grades back and they were good.
That's awesome.
What if there's someone like with a disability that can't handwrite their notes? Are they allowed to use?
You get
a computer?
accommodations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like wow.
Like, I'm
God,
very
so
concerned about
inclusive of you, Kenzie, to think about that.
Yeah.
Just am so inclusive.
There was this video we had a couple years ago that we were, it was like a video for accessibility things at work and like a training, and the closed captions didn't work on it.
this.
And it was
Just
so
the irony.
embarrassing. Well, and I figured it out because I was helping someone who was hard of hearing. I was like,
Oh.
this is
Oh
awful.
no.
I know. Luckily, we were able to get it to, we figured something else out, but I was like, that really sucks.
Oh my gosh.
It's just ironic. But
I spent yesterday up in Greer for a wedding, and I have to say,
I bet the weather was
I am
nice.
dying to go to the mountains right now after that. Like, I was
Yeah.
driving home, and I had to stop at a little cafe to get like a coffee for my drive home. So it was like 7 o'clock. The sun was going down. It was just that like beautiful like time in the evening in the mountains where it's like starting to get darker, but it's not yet. And like you can smell the smoke from everybody's like campfires. And I'm just like, I was so happy. I was like a little kid. I need to go camping. I need to be up here. I love being up in the mountains, especially when it's so hot down here.
Yeah.
It just feels
We need to
so nice.
we literally should go because
Yeah.
Derek and I were looking at like Airbnbs in like Flagstaff for
Yeah.
a weekend just to get away from the heat.
we should plan a weekend trip in like, when's it the hottest? Is August the hottest? Or
Like July, August, kind of both. I think July usually. I was thinking I want to, like, I really want to go camping for my birthday this year, I think. But I don't know if I can convince everybody to take a whole weekend away for me. So,
Yes, you
and
can.
October is way too long for me to want to do that. And so I'm just like, okay, maybe I'll celebrate my birthday a few months early.
There you go. You're like, I
'Cause,
can't wait until October. I need it now.
I know.
I mean, worst case, could you just do one night?
what is the point of camping for one night?
Oh,
I don't know.
that sounds ideal to me.
I know some people really like it, and I totally understand. In my opinion, it's like so much work to
It is
Yeah.
a
set up
lot of
camp
work.
that I'd rather spend more time, because once you're there and it's all set up, it's like it's easy,
Yeah.
you
And you
know.
gotta cook everything.
Yeah, but I love camping cooking. Like, I don't know,
It's
it
so
just
good.
makes me happy, and everything tastes like a million times better
It
too.
really
when it's
does.
cooked over a
Which is so
campfire.
confusing because usually you're doing significantly less
Yeah.
as far as like seasonings and all of that goes. So it's like,
It's the
Just
smoke.
amazing.
It's the charcoal. It just adds a little extra.
I think it's the idea of being in the wilderness and that like at any point food can become scarce.
Mm,
So it's like any food you have, it's
Like,
like
this is
you just feel great.
yeah. Honestly, you're not wrong. And I feel like I'm usually very hungry too, because I'm not like snacking all day and stuff. So even just like lunchtime comes and I eat a sandwich and I'm like, this is the plainest sandwich I've ever had, but it is the most delicious
It's
because
so
I'm
good.
starving. Yeah.
That's
You
so
guys,
true.
if everyone stays in Arizona, we should all buy together a house up in a mountain.
Oh,
And
that
then
would
we
be
just have it.
amazing.
yes.
Because we all like each other. Like, we don't
Yeah.
have to like, be like, okay, it's my weekend. Like, everyone can just go whenever.
Yeah.
That would be
my
so
dream.
nice.
It's kind of genius.
We
It
all
is-
just need to make enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
Okay, but going off of me working in Greer, I had to drive home last night, and I just need to rage about something real quick.
Rage.
And I need you guys to rage with me because I'm so angry about this, okay?
Oh, okay.
This is if you drive, if you are a driver and you have a car and you like to drive at all, this is a message for you because I'm so pissed. Okay, so last night I'm driving home and it's dark and it's like one lane highways all the way from like it's like the White Mountains over to Phoenix, right? You have to take the back roads, everything like that. Anyways, so it's like super dark, no lights, just two lanes going like right next to each other. There's no like divided highway. And I am pissed that people use their brights
Oh my gosh,
so
yeah.
willy-nilly. Like, I cannot see one freaking thing. And the amount of times I was blinded by every single driver. First of all, I love driving in the middle of the night on the highways because I feel like nobody is ever out. But tell me why there were endless amount of cars like
That's actually
driving
random.
from Globe to Sholo in the like where are you going on a Saturday night
What
at 10
are you
o'clock?
doing?
June 1st, they're
So
celebrating
many.
Pride
True.
I just-
True.
Wait,
in
what?
Greer, Arizona.
They're
They're
celebrating Pride.
You know
That
Pride
doesn't
Month?
make sense. Yeah, I know Pride Month. I'm
Just a joke.
confused. Okay.
It's a joke.
I was like, wait, how does that make sense? Anyways,
No.
so every single driver I passed by had their brights on, and they either don't turn them off until the very last second, which is stupid, or they don't turn them off at all, and then I'm just stuck flashing. I've like the amount of times I flashed drivers was ridiculous.
with your
I'm
boobs.
so angry
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
they glow.
Because they could
No.
see them.
with my brights. Yeah, I just
Yeah, auto brights are one of the best things. At least, like, I think it's my mom's car. If you have the brights on, but it detects another car, either like coming towards you or in front of you, it will automatically turn the brights off, which is so
Interesting.
nice. So I'm like, why don't all cars have this? Because I will say, like, I am someone who will, like, if I was in like driving at night, I would be using my brights when there aren't other cars. Like, as soon as I see another
Yeah.
car, I'm turning them off.
exactly the second you see
But
another
more just
car.
because I'm like, I want the brights because I'm a little scared.
Yeah.
Leave
But
them
that's where like something like the auto brights is so nice. That's probably not the actual term for it, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's
But
so
also-
frustrating.
Cars have like generally brighter lights now.
That's what I was just gonna say too.
That is
like
true.
I think we need to make those illegal. I think there
There
cannot
needs to be a
certain
cap. I
brightness.
feel like
The
Yeah.
giant
Even-
trucks
yes.
with the bright ass lights. I can't. Oh,
Yeah. Well, and they're like LED. The ones that
Mm-hmm.
are LED are really bad. The ones that are like the tungsten lights are usually fine. And the difference I noticed with like brights is they're very directional. Like when you
Mm-hmm.
have normal headlights on, they like face the road. They like kind of point down, so they're not
Yeah.
really in anybody's line of sight. But
Right.
the trucks are so
Yeah.
tall
Yeah.
that every car is underneath you, and it
Yeah.
right.
doesn't work.
Well, and that's what sucks with like they may not even have their brights on. It's just literally their lights.
I know.
Which is
But
so
it's like-
annoying.
It's not even like, oh, it's so hard to see. It's like I'm being blinded,
And
and
then
I
you like have to
literally
like move.
it freaks me out. I like stomp on my brakes every single time because I'm so afraid that I'm gonna hit a corner and I have no idea.
They just
I don't
rear-end
know.
you.
That's
It scares
scary.
me so much.
And
And then I get it. Like I get why driving in the middle of the highway is nice with brights. Like I get it. You can see more. But you know what? You can see the road perfectly fine with your normal lights. So if we could just like turn them off whenever you see a car, even if they're in the distance. Like you don't have to wait till they're 20 feet in front of
Just
you.
turn them off.
Just please
Don't
turn them off.
blind.
Yeah.
speaking of raging, can I share some things that have been raging me this week?
Yes.
When you shared the flashing, and then Jenny brought up flashing boobs, I hate Hooters. It is like the weirdest. thing
Hooters?
ever. Yeah, the
restaurant?
restaurant.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay.
And I like it is so weird, so gross. And I hate that they wear those freaking white nursing shoes. Like those aren't
Oh
cute.
yeah.
Wait.
That's weird.
I forgot about that.
Wait,
Have you
have
guys ever been to
ever
Hooters?
actually stepped inside a Hooters?
No.
I have.
No.
Okay.
My
I
grandparents
have
took
not.
me.
Oh yeah.
I just
Wait, did they take you this week?
No.
Okay. I'm like,
I-
is this why it's on
I
your
saw a
mind?
TikTok about someone who worked at Hooters.
Mm.
Did
And
you
I
see
just-
the Sydney Sweeney SNL skit of Hooters? It's honestly kind of funny, but like there's like a lot of mixed reviews on it because she's like very much so embracing like, oh yeah, like I can be this hot girl and it like doesn't matter kind of thing. But then people are like, she's playing into the dumb blonde narrative. But I honestly think it's kind of funny. But basically it's like her first day at Hooters and she like keeps messing up. Like she spills like a bunch of drinks on a table. And this one guy, she's like, yeah, one of my tables like didn't tip me, and she already had like stacks of money. And then he came back while she was talking to her coworkers and was like, sorry, I had to run to the bank, and gives her like $20,000 or something. And so it's just like playing into the narrative of like, oh, they're just like tipping you because you're like this hot girl.
Yeah, hot people like get so much. Yeah,
Yeah,
tips
but it
and
was
stuff
like
that.
so to the extreme that honestly it was kind of funny. But it also made me remember that Hooters still exists, which is so wild.
It
Yeah.
is. And it's like old men
Yeah.
that go there.
Exactly.
so
And if
weird.
anybody tries to tell me that they go because the food is good,
No,
I'm
the food's
gonna
not good.
call your bluff because
That's
that's
not why you're there.
stupid. Also, there's a million different sports girls you could go to that serve the exact same food.
But they don't have the same girls.
And along with Hooters, have you seen like some of these like kind of like nightclub? They have like girls serving alcohol in like their lingerie and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just so grossed out by that. Not because I'm a prude, but because I'm like, this feels unsanitary.
Yeah, but that's
Also,
so
there's
normal.
a coffee shop.
Oh yeah.
The bikini
like, kind of-
one.
Yeah, I
Yes.
forget where it is.
Close.
I think it's in Gilbert or Mesa, but like
Yeah.
they are in their bikinis serving coffee.
Yeah,
And I'm like, this is so unsanitary.
I know.
That's so true.
Like,
I never
why
thought
go
about
there
that.
for coffee? That doesn't make any sense.
I
And it's
think we
so
know why.
Because they're
Well-
just staring, like the old men are just staring at you.
I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Like they just have to get their fix at 8 in the morning. Like that's crazy. Like
Yeah.
do that in the privacy of your own home.
They get the fix at the coffee for breakfast, Hooters for lunch,
Yeah.
Twin Peaks for dinner.
Ugh.
Yeah, the nightclub thing shocked me the first time I went to a bar like after 9 and saw that's what the bartenders were wearing, but then I realized that's like so normal everywhere you go, which is so weird.
Yeah.
Like why? They
It's gotta be unsanitary.
yeah,
Well, but it
like
sucks
they
that, like,
basically
we've normalized it because like obviously it's beneficial to them. Like they probably get more tips that way. And so it's
Yeah.
like,
Right. Oh, for sure.
yeah.
yeah. It's just crazy. I know somebody actually from my high school who does like bottle service at one of the Scottsdale
Oh, I know many people from my high
like
school.
clubs and stuff. Yeah.
That's so
I
wild.
follow she's on my personal Instagram, and so now that I've been recently going back on that account a lot more often, I like start seeing her posts and stuff. And the first time again I was like shocked. I was like, "Whoa, I didn't know that this is." But then honestly, it clicked. It made sense because she's super hot and
Nice.
I'm like, I get it.
You're like,
I'd
would
probably
also
do the
tip
same
you
thing.
more.
Oh my
To
gosh,
make
I
a lot of
wish.
money.
I like the amount of money you can make, especially
Yeah.
like in a city like LA or just like in a big city.
Yeah.
Yeah. I joke with Andrew every once in a while, like, oh, I should get a job like bartending at a club in Scottsdale or something like that,
You
because
should.
Yeah.
they make a lot of money. But no, here's the thing: is I think about it, and I'm not like insecure about my body at all. I'm not saying that I'm
Yeah.
like whatever. But like the size difference, like genuinely, I think the way that those places could look at somebody who looks like me, who's completely normal, but
Who's
like,
completely hot.
but like I'm not like stick straight. I don't have abs. I'm not like, you know, that perfect, like
Yeah.
really skinny body. And you'd be like, you're too fat, and then like cause somebody to go into a complete spiral.
Yeah.
I'm like, the way my mental health would tank working in an environment like that would be so terrible.
Yeah, I haven't heard great things from people that I know as far as the like environment goes and like coworker situation.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, like, is HR even a thing?
Like,
you're
right.
already-
Not really. And
That's
it's
so
weird
wild.
too, because I think it's like a lot of a cultural thing. Like, I've seen some stuff on social media about people who's like the realities of working as a stripper or the realities of working as this, and maybe it depends on like where you're at and stuff, but like some of the posts have said like you have to spend so much money on your body, and it's not even like anybody, there's not like a rule about it, it's just everybody else in your area is like getting spray tans and getting all like fillers, Botox, and also like doing body treatments to like those weird muscle things, like all the things. They just spend so much money on their body.
In college, I worked with someone who was a stripper, and she's like, yeah, I made a lot of money, but like I went home every night feeling like crap, like being like objectified by like random old men. Like she's like, that is, she's like, she told me, she's like, Mackenzie, never go into it. And I was like, I mean, I wasn't considering, but thank you.
You're like sitting
I love
there
the
as this little
honesty, though.
Mormon girl, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah. Thanks for the advice.
Yeah.
Well, and also she told me, she's like, yeah, I used to be a dancer. And I was like, oh, what kind? Like ballet, like hip hop? And she's like, no, like a pole dancer.
Like a
erotic
dancer.
dancer.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
I
That's
do
such
really
an
want to get
innocent
into pole
question.
dancing though, just like as a workout, because it looks like so much fun and so hard.
It looks so hard. We should all take a class together.
Yes.
I'm so down.
I think I'd die.
One of my, I think I've mentioned this on here before, but I can't remember. One of my old like friends from college, she was in a lot of my classes, is a pole dancer now, and she's done like a bunch of different shows and stuff in like Vegas. She worked with Usher, like all that stuff. But I see her videos,
Yeah.
and I just want to take a class from you. You just like, it looks so cool.
That's wild.
Another thing I want to rage about. This is such a different topic.
That's okay.
So
I want to
I'm so
rage
sorry.
with you.
Okay. I hate. This is also like a religion thing, but it's not specific to like any one religion.
Yeah.
More just any religion that believes in a second coming. I hate when like, you know, like there are horrible things happening in the Middle East right now. And certain people will look at what's happening. They'll see images of like babies being beheaded, and then they'll go, well, this has to happen in order for the second coming to
Yes.
happen.
I
yeah.
hate
And-
it.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard someone say something like that?
Mhm.
Like,
Literally,
it
like, 2
sounds
weeks
like-
ago.
Yes, it sounds like I'm exaggerating. I've literally heard people say stuff like this, and I'm like, if the second coming does happen, do you think you're gonna be like Jesus' chosen one for saying stuff like that? Like, that's crazy.
I mean, yes, they
Yeah.
do think that.
Well, but it's so inconsiderate, and it's like, ugh. Yeah. If you just like take one step back and be like, wow, what did I just say? Like, this is okay.
Right.
This is justified. It's like, even if you do believe that, and honestly, like, I don't really know what I believe about all that stuff. It kind of confuses me, but like, I wouldn't even think that, being like, oh, well, there's a silver lining to this. It's like, there isn't actually a silver lining.
Right.
Here's the silver lining.
Like, it just
Yeah.
sucks.
And the silver
Yeah.
lining is that it benefits you in some way, not
Literally.
the
not
like
the child that was
family.
beheaded.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, you're okay with a lot, like millions of people suffering just so that you can like have some sort of savior or something like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Well,
Oh
it's
my
just like, it's so weird because people are using religion as a reason to not like care or empathize, or it's just
Yeah.
like it's on
And-
like, it's like a better way, even though it's not, you sound like a weirdo to just to say like, I don't
Yeah.
care about that.
Right.
No,
Right.
But it's
literally.
like,
Which is so
oh,
interesting
yeah.
because like that's totally not what Jesus was about. That's not what like
No.
religion is supposed to be about.
Literally.
Yeah, anytime somebody uses religion as a way to defend anything, immediately I'm like, no, I can't with you, like, at all. Because it's such like a, like, you can't argue it. I mean, you can, but there's no like winning that argument. And so if somebody's like, well, this for religion, blah, 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 it's like, okay, I'm out. Like, one, you're never going to be convinced by me because you see me as like being a part of like convinced by Satan or the devil. And two, you think that all of these terrible actions or your terrible actions are completely justified, and there's no arguing against that. So fine. Like, it's just the ultimate trump card that isn't actually a trump card, but they think it is, and there's no
Well,
way
because
you
you're like, I know I'm not going to be able to reason with you at all.
can-
Because,
yeah.
like, sadly, that is something that people just have to almost come to on their own. Like, you can kind of point out certain things, but, like, a lot of those realizations are, you have to make it on your own.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I hope that makes sense.
No, that totally makes sense. Like, no matter how many times somebody like tells you, like, as an example, like, your religion is a lie, your religion is a lie, they're never gonna believe it until they're like,
Well,
they
because
believe it themselves.
You're also told, like, oh, people will try and bring you down, or people will tell you things, and it's like, oh, they're just lying to me, or they just
There's
don't
an
know.
argument
It's
for
like, oh my
every
gosh.
single thing. Like, there's an
Yeah.
answer for everything. It's crazy.
Um,
crazy.
And also, that's something that, like, something I've just learned in my 20s, beyond religion, like, you can literally make yourself believe anything you
Anything.
want, and you can justify it any way
Anything.
you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Like, literally, we're all just lying to ourselves about everything, every single
Yes.
decision we make. We're
Yeah.
just trying to, like, justify anything we want to. Like,
And
I haven't met
everything's
a
made
single
up.
adult that isn't actually full of shit. Like, we're all just walking around full of shit.
I mean, that is true.
No,
Yeah.
100%.
Literally.
Well, yeah. No, it really is, though. Like, yeah, everyone's just trying to make it through, you know?
It's so true.
That is crazy. And yeah, Kenzie, I agree with you. All of that stuff has been pissing me off to no end. And I don't know what you can do about it. Like, because
Yeah,
those
you
people
can't-
exist, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And there's no changing their minds.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like,
People that are full
the
of
people in the
idiots.
Middle East. I was like, God damn, Abby.
Oh, no.
You're talking about the people using the second
I'm
coming.
talking
as-
about
yeah.
people that use the second
Yeah.
coming as an Whoa. Do not put words in my mouth.
No.
Good
I
clarifying
was just saying, I
question.
was confused on who you were talking about.
Lots of theys in this
right.
situation. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I have one last thing to share. I decided that I am going to get a Brazilian, and I'm
Oh,
terrified.
nice.
Sorry, like hard turn.
Yes.
And I'm also, I added on an underarm wax, like armpit wax.
Oh.
And I'm so excited, but it got me thinking about how fun it is. Like, this I see all over TikTok, but like when people are like, oh, high maintenance things I do to be low maintenance. And I'm like, honestly, yes. Like, especially, I'm so excited to have my armpits waxed because I'm like, the thought of not having, especially with dark hair, like, y'all can relate to this, but it's like I'll shave and
Yeah.
like 2 hours later, it's freaking 5 o'clock
Literally.
shadow. And so I'm so
Yeah.
excited to not have to worry about that. But I feel like more than anything, that's probably what I'm going to like out of the two waxes, but we'll see.
That's so exciting.
That's
You
amazing.
have to
I'm so excited for
Let
you.
us know how an underarm wax goes. I've never
Yeah,
done
that doesn't
Yeah.
sound pleasant to me.
I've done it once, but I did it to myself. So I'm excited
not
to
as
have
good
it
of an
professionally done. Yeah.
I feel
But
like it
I
would have
just
to be
am,
so
like-
quick.
Yeah, it is pretty quick, but they usually have to go over it a couple times because, like, the hair grows in different directions.
When are you going?
I leave on the 14th, so I'm going to get waxed on the 13th.
Mm.
Nice.
So I will say growing out my armpit hair though, horrible.
Oh,
Ew,
I
and that
have-
is why I don't think I could ever do it.
Yeah.
It's the growing out part.
I really hate it.
Yeah.
But
I
it
don't
is
like
what
that.
it is. But I really
was,
just
like-
love. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, it really was like the worst experience to try to grow my hair out for a month
Mm-hmm.
before I got a Brazilian.
A
And
month.
then after that, it was fine. But it just, well, I
Well,
feel
'cause
like,
You
Oh,
have to trim
true.
it though.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
think
the
when I
last
did
time
it,
I
it was, like-
shaved, I don't know, I think it was like 2 to 3 weeks before, not a month.
Yeah. I
don't
think they
know. Either
recommend
way.
2 weeks.
Like, because
Wait,
when you're
wait. For
shaving,
sorry. For Brazil, yes, it's 4 weeks in between
Yes.
for Brazilians.
Okay, let me go back.
I guess
The
I'm
very
like
first time you're talking
The
about.
at the
very
very first
first
time, you have to like
time-
trim though.
I didn't trim.
Okay, then maybe that's a me problem.
What do you mean trim?
No, I did the same thing for my first ever.
Like
Oh,
trimmers?
they told you to do that?
It's supposed to be like a quarter of an inch.
Yeah.
long.
Oh.
Okay. I shaved, and then like 3 weeks later, I went to get the wax.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's smart. That's smart.
Okay. Were you just like letting it grow forever?
I was.
Kenzie's like, great question.
Because before
think
I
the
was
same
like shaving a lot. And the thing is, I hate to shave because it always gave me razor burn, but
Yeah.
not shaving was worse because the hair would grow back like so itchy and it was
Yeah.
so uncomfortable. So having to grow it out for those 3 weeks, and it was just a terrible experience. That was what I was trying to say. After you get the wax, then having
Then
it
it's
regrow
great.
back every month is honestly not a problem at all because it grows back like so much, like slower, thinner, like it just better all around.
I have one last
Okay.
thing to say, and it's that I went to Pride on Friday.
Oh, fun.
Like they had like a
Wow.
pre-Pride thing, and Kesha performed.
Really?
Mhm. And it was free. It was just like
Wait,
completely
that's so
free.
fun.
And you like the other day, Jacob had said how someone had told him that like as a joke, he was saying this as a joke, but like someone seriously told him that like certain type of music was the devil.
Oh.
And when I was there at the like concert, because it was her, and then it was that gay guy from American Idol.
David Archuleta?
David Archuleta.
No, it was like I think his name's like Adam.
Oh, Adam.
Levine.
Yes.
No.
No, no, no.
Or
What's his
no.
name?
His name
I kn-
sounds like that though, because that's what
Adam
I said.
Lambert?
Yes,
Adam
yes,
Lambert,
Who's
yes.
yeah.
Adam Levine?
That's
Adam
Maroon
Levine is
5.
Moon 5.
I
Yeah.
said the
You're
same
right.
thing though.
Adam Lambert.
But like I was so hypnotized by the like by all of
You're
the
like, this
music
is the
and stuff
devil.
going
You're
on.
like,
I was
the
literally
devil.
like disassociated, like just staring at the stage, and I was like, "This is so true. This is the devil, and I am in it."
That's so
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
I
That's
love
so
that.
funny.
But it was
I-
lit, and Kesha closed with "We Are Who We Are,"
Oh,
and
Lord.
it was so
That's
lit.
such a jam.
I know.
I think Kesha's making a comeback.
She really
like-
is.
One, I think she actually is going to a lot more things. Like she performed at Coachella with Renee and now like Pride. Like I think she's actually kind of doing more things. But two, I think people are just really like, I saw a TikTok this week about how like music is not as like boppy as it used to been. We need like the club hits. We need like things that we can dance to because we can't dance to like sad girl pop music.
I can.
And Kesha was like brought up in the video, and I'm like, I think people are craving a Kesha right now, and I'm craving Kesha. Like I loved her music back then, and I've been listening to it, and it's just like, ugh, it's so good.
Supposedly, Katy Perry is also supposed to be making a comeback this summer.
Yes,
But I just want to say, she hasn't released a hit since like 2017.
Firework.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know if she's gonna save pop music the way people think she's going.
You know who is saving pop music is Sabrina Carpenter.
100%.
I've
never
been liking her
seen
music,
a
for
pop
sure.
princess quite like her. She is just so captivating to watch.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I'm
need her to
obsessed with
come
her.
out with like a new album because I feel like her most recent album even is still like she's moving on from that and doesn't fit her quite. Like, I'm ready for what's to come next.
I'm ready for
I just
our
don't like
pop
her and Barry
gases.
together.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel super genuine.
Oh my gosh. Her like
And he
Coachella
scares me.
outro about him and like referencing Saltburn was so wild.
The thing is, yeah, she's making all these like sexual references, and she's doing it so boldly as someone who's 4'11". Like,
But like I kind of
she's
love
really,
it.
yeah,
Right.
really brave.
She's so
think-
brave.
Yeah.
We
Under
need to
5
celebrate
feet.
her bravery.
Yeah. That's amazing.
She's representing.
She's representing the short girls.
Yeah.
All right.
That was so fun. I have no other updates. It was fun to be chatty though.
Just a whole episode of chatting and raging about
Raging.
Yeah, honestly, this was our
miss the
rage room.
rage.
Maybe we should have a rage room episode where
Ooh,
we
we
just
should
bring
have a
the
rage
things
room
we're angry
episode.
about and we ask the people what they're angry about too.
We should. That's kind of genius.
I'm into that.
Okay, we'll do that in 2 weeks.
Come back for that when you guys you're not ready for it. Okay. I realized we didn't even like give a little introduction at the beginning and say hi. Oh
That's
well,
fine.
hi guys. If you made it this
Bye,
far, we love
guys.
you.
Hi and goodbye. We
bye.
love you.
Peace out.
See ya.